Smiling Faces, the podcast, is a Defiantly Me production. To learn more, visit them on Instagram at Defiantly Me Productions.
Did you not like that phrasing, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike was disgusted.
No. You're starting to understand now.
Her face went flaccid.
I was like, see, I don't like that either. I don't like flaccid. We're going to take flaccid. What was the other word?
Limp.
We're going to put that in a box. In the words of Mike Lowry from Bad Boys, we're going to put that motherfucker in a box and throw that bitch in the ocean. So motherfucking Jack Cousteau can't even get that.
Good reference history.
My face failed to perform. My face failed to rise to the occasion. My face disappointed once again.
Wah, wah, wah.
Mike is like, cut the feed. Welcome back to episode 27 of Smiling Faces, the podcast. I'm Victoria Dunn.
And I'm Jess Anguiano. We are executive producers of Smiling Faces, our hit show about two girls who discovered they're dating the same guy while working at a toxically positive spin studio.
On this podcast, we provide you with unfiltered conversations about dating, heartbreak, revenge, and living your best life.
Are you living your best life today, ma'am?
You know what? Actually, a little bit. Not even going to hold
Bit
you.
of a glow. Yeah, you got a little bit of a glow. I see it. I'm here for it. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I got to escape work early. Got to see my broham last night, which is what I call my bestie, Lindsay. So that was fun. So yeah, good little time. What about you?
Oh, it was an epic weekend. I saw my legitimate broham by relation, blood relation. He came to town. Had family in town all weekend, and wow, did we tear up Los Angeles. It was fantastic. We had so much fun. This is why you see a little bit of a peaked glow to me today. Yeah, a somber drawing of the bags under the eyes, because I was at the Magic Castle last night.
There it is. We got to get some electrolytes in you. You saw too much magic and whimsy.
I saw too much. Too much whimsy, and now I need some liquid IV.
Yeah, exactly. You stayed too long in the parlor and they had the cocktails and libations through the magic and the sorcery.
I have to tell you, it was an epic night. I've only ever gone on the weekends, which is jam-packed full of people and just a different vibe. It was Monday. No one was there. We saw every show. We didn't wait in line for anything. We had the best service I've had in all of Los Angeles. This waiter, oh my gosh, hilarious. Just riffing with us the whole time. My brother is, you know how you have these people in your life that love to just create whole new relationships with every waiter they ever meet. That's my brother. Yeah. Every time we have dinner, lunch, dinner, wherever we're being served, he leaves the place with a new best friend, and that's our waiter every time.
Perfection. I love that.
It's the best. It was so much fun. We had a blast, and now I'm tired.
Fair. So tired. I know. I think I was tired just because Broham, Lindsay, finished up her work and then came over to my place. She used the lockbox, hung out with Andre for a bit until I got off work. And then we drank and caught up, heard about a horrific, interesting night that she had just the night prior. So hopefully we'll get her on the pod to tell it, because I was gasping for air laughing. I don't want to steal her thunder, so I'll make sure that we get her talking about it either on socials or on the pod, because oh my gosh. And then we went to All Seasons Brewery and just got like tacos and more drinks, and then went to the airport. She had a red-eye flight, so I am tired, but we pushed through.
We've been partying. And it's all for you folks. It's all for the fans.
Right. It's also we have something to tell you, because could you imagine if we're like nothing to report? Let's get it.
It's nonstop. There's so much to report. And here's an exciting report. Update on the show. Victoria completed rewrites.
Good. I was like, well.
There's nothing
It's
a
like,
writer
well-
loves more than to talk about their work.
Right. I was like,
on
oh,
a
that's
podcast.
so fun and ready to just
Yeah.
share. But yeah, it
Yeah.
took like it's been a process with the rewrites and had a little moment because I think I forget sometimes that I get so beholden to the ideas that I write down and then I forget that I can literally change any of it because I made up all of it. So there's moments where I'll go, well, it has to be this way. And then part of me has to go, wait, why though? And I have to go back. And
You're the
rework
goddess of this
things.
world. You
Yes.
are the creator, the
For
ultimate
sure.
goddess
Yeah.
of the
So
smiling faces universe.
exactly. So at least that.
Oh.
So we're very excited for that and probably do a table read shortly so that everyone can at least get, we won't give the whole, obviously, table read of all the episodes because that would be insane. Because then why would you even bother? But we could do a fun little like first
Teaser.
episode. Yeah, a little something, something.
So for those of you who have been following on the journey, we have the pilot episode, a half-hour comedy, single camera pilot episode. And because we pivoted, Victoria went back to the drawing board, rewrote our pilot episode into 6 micro episodes that we're going to shoot. And the look on your face right now.
Yeah.
Victoria's just like one eye squinting, like, I rewrote it again.
We did it, Joe. Well, especially just because it went from web series to pilot back to web series. I was like, I swear to God.
I cannot rewrite this story one more time. And you will, because that is what happens. Basically, we rewrote it so that we can shoot it because we want to shoot it this summer. And Victoria did all the rewrites. I just sat along being like, you got this, keep writing. Make
Like,
sure we can produce it.
Yeah, exactly.
Write it. Are you done yet? Are you done yet?
Basically.
Are you done yet? Are you
I'm like, give me a minute. I haven't had my creative joint yet. It's always good to have a weed pass, you know?
Yeah. You've spoken about the weed pass before. I think that's your hot tip, right?
I think, yeah. Depending on where you are with your relationship to weed, I would say definitely go through a weed pass. Because I know, at least for me, if you do a, sativa, because I know sativa is the uppery creativity one. If you do that, then for me, it gives me a more critical eye. So I don't actually get to I'm just going to veg out on the couch and do whatever. Like I start getting very hypercritical when I smoke sativa. So even when like watching movies, I'll get really into it and go, I didn't believe that performance. Why would they do that lighting choice? The key light is weird there. Like I get very analytical on weed watching movies. So it's not actually fun for me. I get very annoying and like breaking stuff down. So then I do it for my own work. So it's perfect.
You could do a whole segment just called The Weed Critic, and you could you could do critiques on films that you watch or TV shows that you watch where you're like, wow, first pass, really enjoyed it. Great character choice, lots of storytelling avenues, and then you do the weed pass and you're like, Aaron Sorkin, then I have notes.
Yeah, Aaron, unfortunately, that moment didn't feel earned for the character. And I'm really confused on the set dressing in the background. Did you even talk to the production designer? I'm so confused. Why? It feels like a disconnect. There would be so many moments that he'd be like, bitch, see me outside.
See me outside.
You hit one blunt and think you know everything.
Correct. That's correct.
Yeah, I do.
Yes.
I feel strongly about that. Thank you.
Yeah. And if you could make those changes and reshoot the episode, that'd be great.
Yeah, but you're almost there, buddy. You're almost there.
No, yeah.
Oh, call Aaron Sorkin buddy. He would love that. Like, champ, you're almost there. I swear to God, you're so close.
You got this, buddy. Don't give up. You got this. We're so proud of you.
Seriously. But the final frontier, which I haven't done it yet, friend recommended it, the mushroom pass. I've not done a mushroom pass yet. She gave me mushrooms. I have not, ingested. I was going to say imbibed. That's not the right word. I've not ingested them yet to do the mushroom pass. So that'll be the final frontier.
Yeah, let me know when that happens. And I have to say, for those of you who do not partake in the drug side of rewrites, maybe just do it after a nice fresh cup of coffee or slide into a glass of whiskey and then get a new perspective. Or here's the thing about rewrites for real. I have worked on plenty of new work, and the thing that I find works best is when you hear it out loud. I find this industry to be so strange because we write content, we write a pilot TV show, we write web series, we write content that is meant to be heard and visually seen. And the way that we get it kind of through the system is by being read. But when you read something, you're not hearing it, you're not seeing it. I learned this at a pretty young age. You gotta hear the thing out loud. So back in the day when I was working with a theater company, I learned the artistic director never read any scripts. And I had this revelation. I thought, I want all my friends and I to work. And this artistic director is just picking plays based on whatever his mood was that day. And so I said to my friend, we should take this play full of young people and have our friends all read it out loud and invite the artistic director to listen to it. And damned if that guy did not pick that show to be in the fall season. All me and my friends and I, all had
grammar is key.
Absolutely. We're both writers here. We're talking about rewrites. Me and my friends, we didn't sound good. We all had work for 5 years because we did this. The artistic director, yeah, he never caught on. And so that's why we talk about doing a
table read, yeah. Which I would also recommend. You do have to hear it. And I would say a lot of people make the mistake with doing a table read of they'll get the actors to read the parts, but then they'll go, I'll read stage directions. Do not do that. You'll be distracted and you won't hear everything. Yes. Mm-hmm. Have someone else designated to just read stage directions. Pro tip if you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you were probably about to say the same thing I was. Go.
Maybe. I don't know. I was going to say send it to the actors ahead of time so they're not doing a frigid cold read. Most likely they won't do a pass before the table read. It is what it is. But at least you gave them the opportunity and the tools to do so. Because there's something that always pisses me off when I'm in a table read and somebody's reading something and they don't have, I think, the courage to correct themselves and fix the word or whatever sentence they said wrong. And they just go, and just keep going. I'm like, no. We're doing this table read for a reason. The writer needs to hear exactly what they said. They need to hear the joke they wrote. They need to hear whatever. Don't just go, fuck it, and tuck and roll out of it. Fix what you were saying.
Yeah, there's a lot more forgiveness for going back to whatever line or the beginning of the page where you started to hiccup and mess up. You just say, hang on, I'm going to take that again, start it again, and let it flow the way that it wants to be heard. That is what I've learned about creating content, is it has to be heard out loud. There has to be an out loud pass. That's my pro tip. Read it out loud, have somebody around you read it out loud and listen. And the best thing is if you do a table read as a writer, you have the script read out loud and you watch the way that people in the room are absorbing the piece. You watch how the other actors who are reading actually saying the words when they're like, it's not their scene, how they're engaging with the piece, how the audience is engaging with the piece. And you can even do that on Zoom because people are very real on Zoom because their face just goes like, they're just like zombies.
For those listening at home, her face just went limp. Is that not, did you not like that phrasing, Mike? Yeah. Mike looked disgusted.
No. You're starting to understand now.
Her face went flaccid.
I was like, see, I don't like that either. I don't like flaccid. We're going to take flaccid. What was the other word?
Limp.
We're going to put that in a box. In the words of Mike Lowry from Bad Boys, we're going to put that motherfucker in a box and throw that bitch in the ocean. So motherfucking Jack Cousteau can't even get that bitch.
Good reference history.
My face failed to perform. My face failed to rise to the occasion. My face disappointed once again.
Wah, wah, wah. Mike is like, cut the feed.
You ladies are done.
Man. Oh, the other part that I will say is because you were talking about people's faces, being able to see everything. I would also say you did this for your table read as well, Jess, prior, but asking your actors what they thought, any questions they had. So I think the people playing those characters will help you find blind spots or things that don't make sense organically for your character. If you have actors that are tapped into what they're reading, helpful resource.
Yeah, I actually, there's a couple of hot tips I have for table reads, actually, because I've hosted so many of them now. One of my hot tips is people oftentimes will ask their non-actor friends to read the stage directions or the weakest actor to read the stage directions. No, you put your strongest person on stage directions because they read the most and it drives all the action. My other pro tip is that I curate very specific questions and I control the feedback. If you ask people, what did you think? Or were there places where you dropped out or were no longer interested? Actors just love to go on and on about that, or even audience members. But what I do is I'll ask people really specific things like, what was your favorite relationship and why? What is the top 3 things that you remember from what you just heard? And just top 3 words, or top 3 themes or not themes, usually phrases. What are the top 3 things? And that's where you can pick like this area is working, this area is working, this area is working. And I really focus on the pieces that are working because when it's not working, you already know. I also ask people, is there anywhere that you didn't follow the story? And when somebody answers, like when either an actor who's doing the table read or one of the audience members says, oh yeah, I was a little confused about this moment, I immediately, before I let them go on and talk about how they were confused, because it doesn't help me to understand that they're confused, what I say is, what did you think happened? And that is a huge unlocking of the door because one, they'll give you ideas of what they think happened that didn't occur to you, something deeper, another layer to the character. Or the other thing that comes out of it is they'll tell you what they think happened and other people will say, oh yeah, that's what I thought was happening too. Oh, that's not what was happening. Oh gosh. Instead of writers want to explain, they want to be like, oh, this is what I meant to do. No, who cares? Who cares? You want to know if your work was properly digested and understood and if your characters are leaving the right, what's the word? Kind of leaving the right resonance behind. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, because definitely that's one of the plights of writing is once you're done with something and you finish the thing and put it out into the world, there's no takesies, backsies. And then it's up to whoever to interpret it however they see fit, which is why, again, the relationship with writer and director is so important because it's now their interpretation of what you wrote, which is probably why you also see a lot of writer-director combos, like the same person doing both, because they're like, I don't trust y'all to get it right. So I'm going to do it my damn self.
Yeah, I just realized
we're going to Neil Breen this thing.
We've been talking about like, oh, what you need to do. What I should be saying is what I always do, what we've done. Yes. And it's because when we're like, it's because when you're like, you're not doing it the way I want you to. It's true. It's so true. If you don't trust, you have to trust. We say this a million times. It's a collaborative experience, It's the whole thing. Creating content is a collaborative experience. And if you don't let other people's ideas in because you're so busy protecting what you wrote, like,
you're dead in the water. Because also you're going to miss out on some really great ideas. I just saw a video this morning, I think on YouTube, where different writers that wrote, the authors of books, when their movies or when their books got interpreted into films, how they actually like them better because they go, oh, they found things that I didn't even consider. Like Stephen King's had that a few times. Chuck Palahniuk had that happen with Fight Club. He said he felt like the way that Fight Club was created as a movie helped clear out what he had as a muddied plot. He's like, I knew what I wanted to say, but they made it a lot more concise and clear than I did in my book.
Also, it's not fair. I think when somebody writes a book, you only get the written word. Whereas when you've got a movie, when you've got dialogue and visual, you hear and you see as a whole, it's 2 senses versus the one, So definitely the imagination. I have to say, it's taken me some time. For a long period of my adult life, I did not read, and I've been reading so much more lately. And
so no personal pan pizzas for you from Pizza Hut?
No personal pan pizza. I never
Damn.
participated in the pizza reading program. I know
You
about it.
didn't? Oh
What?
my
You didn't do Book It? Book It was fire,
I love
man.
Book It.
Well, we had I mean, I read a lot as a kid, but we didn't get rewards like pizza. Like there
That's
was no
what-
Pizza Hut nearby.
That's what fostered my love of reading.
Facts. Book It was fire.
Pizza.
When you
like
read your
personal
book, you got
pan
that little slip. It said Book It, and you got the little button once you
The
went
button
there.
with the stars.
Yeah. With the button.
Oh, Jess,
fire.
you know what? I'm gonna get you a button and put some stickers on it so you can do your own
We'll
Book It
create
club for yourself.
We'll create our own smiling faces bucket, and we'll just hand out
Mhm.
buttons. You
We're
go
gonna
to
give you a
Hut, get your
pizza.
little personal pizza.
Yeah.
Well, I have to tell you, one of the things this last guy I was dating, Target, as we've so dubbed him, the thing we bonded over was reading. And I was sitting down the other day because I was like, I think I'm going to open my book. And I pulled open my book and was like, I'm so mad. This is what we bought. It reminded me of him and all of that baloney that we went through. And I went, wait a minute. He doesn't get reading. He doesn't keep reading. As a calm down, Jessica.
Seriously. It's not like if it was, we watched this show together. I've had that where I watched a show with someone and then they fell off the face of the earth or I emotionally killed them. And then I'm like, well, I can't go back to the show now. That feels weird. That was our thing. But reading, of reading, no, that's yours.
Yeah, you can't. I can't give him a reading. I was like, read your book and stop being like, oh, I'm sad. Like, no.
I read with him. You read with it? No.
We did read together, but no, you're right. You're absolutely right. No, he doesn't get reading.
No, that's crazy. That's so generous.
It's just like,
Could you imagine though hearing someone say that? He took reading from me. I'd be like, what do you mean?
Are you
in
don't read
now?
anymore? I'm illiterate now because I broken up with it. Well, I'm the one who
Yeah, I was
broke
like,
up
let's
with
be
him, but
real. Yeah,
I know.
no.
I keep saying that he dumped me, but he didn't dump me. I
I
broke
don't
up
know
with him
why
because he behaved poorly.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. I was like, I don't know why you phrase it as if he was the one who did. I mean, his behavior forced your hand.
Exactly. Because I felt like it was out of my control. That's why. I felt
Yeah,
like,
but he didn't go,
okay, I have no choice here.
Yeah, he didn't go, Jess, see yourself out. That's not what happened.
No, in fact, he was like, please, I would have chosen you, I swear, over the other girl.
Oh, that is dark.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, okay. I've been meaning to ask you because Victoria went home last week for a midweek vacation, which I applaud you for so much.
It was a choice.
Needed.
Yeah.
You needed it, right?
Yeah, although it wasn't smooth, I will say. It was pretty rough almost the whole time. And I was actually really excited to get back to LA, which is rare. Usually it's like, it was nice here, but I could go back to LA. And this time I was like, get me on the fucking plane. Like it was.
That's exactly how I felt in Charleston. I was like, bro, it's time to get back to LA.
Yeah.
It's time.
It's like, that's enough.
The time has come.
Tis.
Well, did anything?
I know what you're going to ask me. I failed you. Okay, so I will say I failed you on the endeavor of meeting A1 because I was genuinely running around the entire time, which is why the trip sucked. But I did meet a person 2 days ago at Whole Foods.
At Whole Foods, out in the wild.
I met him loose.
Well, please.
So we'll
spill
see.
The tea.
Yeah, so we'll see. I haven't come up with a name for him yet. He's around my age. He's like a year younger than me. And he's got a bit of joie de vivre about him. So he's very much like loving life. Very, I would say, silly. Like he's very giggly, which is fun.
Oh,
yeah, like
cool.
almost, yeah, everything he says, he's like, yeah. Like he's kind of like happy-go-lucky all the time. So we'll
like,
see.
You know what's happening in the government right now. Where is this joy coming from, sir?
Right. I'm like, the world is bad, right?
Yes. He's like, yeah.
Right. Which is
wait,
at least from, well, he works at, he's like a hustler. So like, I mean, not a hustler, but like he hustles it because it's LA. So, I mean, he works.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So he's like security at Whole Foods and then also I don't know. I think he does like a couple other things. I forget what. We haven't gotten like that deep into it. But I walked around one of the aisles and he was just standing there and I saw him like looking at me as I was walking towards the front. And he goes, "What you thinking about?" And I was like, I'm trying to decide what I want for breakfast. And he goes, "I mean, I feel like all breakfast incorporates, I don't know, onion, tomato, or I think he said like peppers." He's like, you can't go wrong with those three things together. Get some with onions, tomatoes, and peppers, and you're covered. And I was like, huh. He goes, "Think about it." And he goes, "Think about any meal."
He's out here doing security at Whole Foods and he's peddling vegetables.
He was indeed.
You're going to need an onion.
This guy sounds awesome. He's out here slanging vegetables. Here's a carrot for you. How about a green pepper for you over here?
He was like, "Think about it, Toots. Think about it.
Think about
Every
Listen,
meal."
He smelled the veganism on you. He just knew. He was like, she's a vegan. She needs her vegetables. She needs her onions. She needs her tomatoes. She needs her peppers.
Yeah, it was like he covered that base. He also made like he's calling. He doesn't do texting clearly. He calls. And anytime we talk, he ends the conversation. He goes, "Okay." He's like, "Well, I just went to talk to you." He's like, "I got to get back to work. I was on my break, or I got to do blah, blah, blah." He goes, "But keep running through my mind, girl." I was like, okay.
I like this guy. This is what you get when you meet someone in real life, not on the stupid apps. You get a guy with a little bit of character. I like this guy.
For it. Yes.
Yeah.
Keep running through my mind, girl, is my new favorite pickup.
Right.
That is a great line. That's a great line.
Right.
Okay.
Not Fresh Prince. Not the Fresh Prince joke. See, I really like this guy. Fresh Prince is like my favorite TV show ever. Right. So
is that
perfect.
a Will Smith saying? Keep running through my mind? Is that what Will Smith says?
Yeah, there's an episode where he's like talking to this girl and this girl walks by and he just got dumped. And then the other girl walks by and he goes, "Come here, girl. You've been running through my mind all day." And he chases after her. It's a great episode.
I love it. Okay. There's the reference. Love it.
Okay. Fresh Prince. Great.
Yeah.
I kind of like Whole Foods in general. That's great. Okay. So you met him 2 days ago. He's been calling. I love the calling. I have to tell you, I went on 3 dates in one weekend. I don't recommend this, with 3 different men. Listen, I was ramping up. I was rebounding from the breakup. That's all. No big deal.
Sorry.
Okay?
Yes, I just got a text from oh my gosh, I'm saying this on the pod. Dude from the wedding.
Yes. Okay,
so apparently when you just ignore people.
Oh, they're just thirsty then. I mean,
it worked for me. I ignored Lucy like shit. I'm married now.
You know what? I'm gonna keep doing that shit.
Yeah. Don't respond right away. Don't even respond. Leave him on red. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. You have to tell them about the wedding. Okay, so you went to the wedding. This is the wedding where you were wearing the fabulous dress and your gay best friend was keeping you. Yeah, your gay best friend was keeping you managed in the upstairs area. And then you met a fella.
Yes, my friend, God love and keep her and uplift her always, because she orchestrated getting us to get. Yes. I mean, she completely orchestrated us meeting, because she did. I forget if I said it on the pod or not, but she made it. I think I did. Yes, she made a document to all the single women saying, here are pictures of all the single men. They're going to be at the wedding and their ages. And then for the single men, she made a document of all the single women and their ages and shared it with them. And I think she asked for feedback. And so then I think people put in their orders. So I put in my order and I requested this man. And she was like, got it. And put him next to me at our table for the reception. And we talked.
Brilliant.
All through that dinner. We talked through the night. I will say he's complete opposite of Whole Foods guy. So he's definitely more reserved, but our bond is over movies big time. And he's very analytical about movies. But he's more of kind of like
all the time when he watches them.
Yes, he's such a purist about movies that I said how much I love having the AMC A-lister thing. And he said he wants to make sure that studios get their full revenue. So he pays for each individual ticket.
What?
I was like, I like them, but not that bad. Not at the detriment of my own pockets.
Also, the studios are doing just fine. You don't need to support the studio system. They're fine. Don't listen to what people are saying.
Like he's a purist. Yeah.
Okay, so you had a connection at the wedding.
Yes, had a connection, had a good night. I noticed that he was more of a wallflower in the way of his interactions at the wedding. And because I am me and a Leo and had drank, I walked up to him and was like, where were you on the dance floor? And he was like, I was there. I was a little off to the side. I went, I didn't see you. And then he was like, well, he's like, I saw you. You were in the middle killing. I was like, yeah, that's what I do. What do you do? Like, it was just enough.
The flirt game is real right now. Like, I feel that. I feel the flirt. I was like, if I was the dude, I'd be, maybe I should have been, my ass should have been on the dance floor with her.
And he did after that.
I felt he was on the dance floor from you. Yeah. Yeah. I got it from you. I feel that vibe.
Yeah. He was on the dance floor with me. Thank you.
Smooth
the rest of the night,
yes.
We were on the dance floor, and then we like went to the side and talked for a bit, and then we did. I'm trying to think what else. And then I put a glow bracelet on him, and we took shots together. And we talked through the night, exchanged numbers clearly. So
yeah. And then I remember you saying there was because there was extensive texting and conversation that evening, right?
Yeah,
after
extensive
the
texting.
Ended.
Yeah, we talked until we fell asleep. So I was like, oh, surely this is going to develop into something. And then it went kind of dry real quick. And I was like, oh, maybe I misread all of it, which is crazy because I don't tend to misread that hard. So I was very confused by the dryness. But I have a rule. I mean, I do not go out of my way super hard to beg dudes to talk to me. If I'm asking open-ended questions and I'm getting dust, I pull back. So I'm like, clearly you don't want to do this. So I'm going to take my talents to South Beach. So I just don't talk to people after that.
No, you took your talents to Whole Foods. That's where you took your talent. And this is what happens. You were like, moving on, next, thank you, next. And then he's like, hello, have you missed me? Yeah. So is it a good text? What did he send you? Something good?
Essentially, he went, damn, sorry for missing this. Which I was like, yeah.
Oh no! So he was thinking of you, and he scrolled through and was like, "Oh my god, I blew off a text from her."
Because he's doing something tomorrow. He's doing an interview for something, and he's like, "I remember that you're a big movie person. I want to invite you."
Not reaching out for a date. Okay, then you're going to have to let us know how that goes.
Well, he's hosting it. He's like, that's the thing. Like, he's very well connected doing the thing. So he's running the interview for this filmmaker.
And he thought of you and is inviting you. Okay, you must go.
Yes,
I mean, do you want to go? You're going to go. Yeah,
of course.
This is actually something you'd probably go to anyways.
I would go to it regardless.
Yes.
But now, what a treat that he's on the stage. What a treat.
Well, okay. All right. So there we go. I think we're looking forward to hearing what
things are popping off for you.
Listen, apparently I just had to go away to Atlanta for some hardship and come back to reset.
She's starting to vet people for cuffing season. It's early, but yet and still, she's vetting early.
Yeah, it's time.
Summer goes quick. I mean, or because who wants a hot girl summer in these days, these times, these trying times?
I chafe. I don't need that.
That's crazy.
It's too hot.
But I get you because I got my mama's thighs. So I get you.
See? Yeah, you got to put baby powder between them. It's a whole thing, or deodorant. It's too much.
No. I chafe. We're not doing a hot girl summer. I chafe.
It's hard.
Oh God, that's the best thing. There's just not going to get any better than that. That's the best thing I have heard all day.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, and you with your 3 dates. So okay.
Oh yeah,
we're doing
that's
things.
Nothing. Yeah. Listen, I'm going out on dates because you got to rebound, right? You got to bounce back. I don't even mean sexually, just like bouncing back from a little bit of like, I took a punch, took it on the chin, had a blow up of a situation, and I needed to get back out there for a second. It's like getting back on the horse, it's like needed to get back out there and go on a date with a couple of people, and just to make sure that I wasn't in that headspace of, this is never going to happen. It's always terrible. It always ends in this kind of ridiculous drama. And I went on 3 completely acceptable dates with 3 completely acceptable men. And I think I have I also have a date tomorrow night, a second date with one of them. Ew. And it's nothing too exciting. It's just getting back out there. So I'll keep you posted.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep you posted. Fun fact about this person that I'm going out with, I matched with on a dating app 5 years ago in 2020 during COVID.
Wow.
And we chatted back and forth quite a bit, and then got exchanged phone numbers. He's very funny. He's very, very funny. I love a funny guy, and very quick-witted. So we were chatting back and forth. We exchanged numbers, and then for 6 months during COVID, we texted and talked on the phone. But he was very nervous, would not meet me in person. So I petered off. I was like, I'm tired. And I was working so much back then because I was in production and we were trying to get production back up and running. So I was too busy to, take care of conversation at that time. And now, fast forward 5 years later, on the dating apps, swiped right, matched with this person. And I do remember thinking, this person looks kind of familiar. And he was very funny again. He has a killer bio. I mean, he must match all the time with this bio. It is a fantastic bio.
Ooh.
And we matched and chatted back and forth. He gave me his number, and I go to text him to say, hey, it's Jess. And then his number popped up on my phone, and
you already had it.
6 months of text messaging came up.
Wow.
6 months. And I texted him and was like, we already know each other. We just never met in person.
Oh,
I mean, it was COVID.
So did you remember all that history when you talked the most recent time now?
I did not. I had to reread to remember. I did not remember a lot. It was a lot of filler. I remember I would call him. I was doing long distance running back then, and I remember I would call him on my runs.
Wow. Also,
so
you can talk when you run?
Well, during the easy runs, like the gentle, light, easy runs.
Huh.
I could talk.
Yeah, I don't do that.
I can talk anytime. Nothing stops this.
Oh my gosh. I can do at best, like in the light jogging, go, we got it. Get it, girl. High five me.
I mean, he's quite chatty, so I think he probably talked a lot while I was running. But yeah. So I'll keep you posted on how that goes. I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing is really tickling my fancy in general about dating at all right now. I got back out there to honestly, quite earnestly, to stave off the bitterness, and make sure that I keep hopeful, keep up, a little positivity, just because it can be really, I got real sad after Target did what he did. So
gotcha.
I just, put myself back out there.
I love that.
Speaking of such action, I think it's time for us to come to my favorite segment of the show. Smiling Faces moment. This is our favorite segment because we love to talk about what we've grinned and bared it through this week. And by the way, if you've grinned and bared it through anything, slip into our DMs and tell us. And with that, I'd love to ask you two, what has been your Smiling Faces moment of the week? What have you grinned and bared it through?
Yeah, I would say genuinely my trip home, it whooped my ass. So it was a tough week, but I would say the joy of it was spending time with my mom and that and getting to meet my niece. So those two things helped add like the silver lining to the grimness and it's kind of circled. We didn't get to touch on it really for this episode, but I'm going to start. We can do it in next week's episode, but I will be exercising the word no more in my life because I was trying to run around Atlanta and do too much and help too many people, and it whooped my ass, and I had a little mini breakdown. So we don't do that anymore. We will be focusing on number one.
Yes.
So that was my
and by yes, I mean no.
Right. Thank you. So yes, it was a tough visit, but I had some happy moments. So yeah.
Beautiful. What
about you, Mike?
I mean, life's been pretty good, so there's not much I've had to grin and bear it through. We got to get through these next couple of weeks because Lucy and I are getting a puppy, and
yay!
Which was a very tough decision. Like, our dog passed probably almost 3 months ago, Freya, and so we went back and forth with it, all that stuff like that, and I think it was exactly what we needed because I think we're both very energized about getting the puppy. She's about 4 weeks old right now. We just got some pictures, and then we'll be able to pick her up between 7 and 8 weeks. But we're going to have like a real puppy, which is going to be different because Frey was only 4 months when we got her. She was already huge.
Gotcha.
So a puppy at 7, 8 weeks is going to be crazy for us. But we already know this puppy's going to be wild. Frey was was very special. Frey was a very different boxer. Boxers are known to be forever puppies. So we know that this one's going to wreck our lives. We already batten down the hatches.
Yeah.
We know that this one's going to wreck our lives because Freya was very easygoing. She didn't like people. She put you through a very rigorous background check. And if you pass, then you were in. But a lot of people didn't pass her background check. She was very stingy about who she really, because she was afraid of everything. I called her Scooby for short.
Oh, y'all got chose.
So she's a very different boxer. So we realized that this puppy's gonna throw our lives in pure turmoil, but we're ready for it. We're happy about it.
Very exciting. I love it.
Nothing like I love that that's your grin and bear it moment, is that you're going to be grinning and bearing it a lot with this puppy.
Yeah. Can't wait for puppy's debut, and got to drop some photos once she arrives. Cannot wait. Yes. Jess.
My grin and bear it moment, I will say, my family came out to visit. My brother came, and he's a year younger than me. I have two brothers. My brother is a year younger than me, and I love it. He came in from Wisconsin. I love hanging out with him, and I was so happy that he was there because I've been just feeling so down about the breakup, and I was a little concerned because I've been feeling so low about the breakup that I was worried that it would not be like, it wouldn't be a great time. Like, I would not be good company. So I would venture to say that I grinned and bared it through that kind of like sadness because my brother was here. And by faking it till I made it sort of action, I actually started to feel better.
Nice.
So your girl's on the other side of the hill. No more crying and feeling sad. I am now on the other side of the breakup and maybe the upswing. Maybe I'm going the wrong direction. So yeah,
I love it.
That's my grin and bear it. I was feeling really blue, and I kind of had some moments where I had to just like, and because I was bucking up and because I wanted to be happy and have a good time with my brother instead of feeling sad about some schmuck, so.
Totally. See? Yeah. We choose our happy. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. On that note, speaking of choosing our happy, what makes me happy is watching you do comedy. I want you to tell the people, we both do stand up, but Victoria is currently performing in an improv troupe. You want to tell them where they can see you?
Yes, my team, which is the Idris's Elbas, which is an all-female Black comedy improv team under the umbrella of Affirmative Reaction, every first Saturday at the Broadwater Theater under the Hit Comedy umbrella. So every first Saturday at 7 p.m. at the Broadwater Theater, come and see Affirmative Reaction do improv. And we also get usually a fun stand-up to come in between the women's team and the men's team, which is the Regina Kings.
You know what I love? I love that every time I get an invite from the comedy troupe, the improv troupe, I get an invite that says, "You're invited to the cookout." And I was like, yes, I'm so excited. The cookout is a comedy show, but I enjoy it. I enjoy that that's how they advertise it. I love it. I love it. Well, and if you want to know more about what's happening over here at Smiling Faces, the podcast, the show, Defiantly Me Productions, you've got to follow us. If you love us, you like us, or you just mildly tolerate us, send a like our way, or heart us, slide into our DMs. We love it when you do. Share and subscribe. You can find us on Instagram at smilingfaces_series. You can find us on TikTok at smilingfaces_series. We are on Facebook at Smiling Faces Series. We're also on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@Smiling Faces Series.
We also have an official website. It's smilingfacesseries.com. Shout out to our fiscal sponsor, Inclusivity Media, and of course our producer, Mike Bryant and Defiantly Me Productions.
I'm holding my microphone so I can really do it. Really
get into their ear, really dig in.
Mike is like, don't mess with my audio.
Thank you guys.
Don't
listen to us. I was gonna say see you next week, but see you is not correct.
Unless you come watch us on YouTube. They can
You
see
right.
us.
You right. See you there.
See you there. Have a great weekend, everybody.